Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Married at First Sight All-Star Panel. The gang is all here, right? The gang is all here. We're going to talk about Married at First Sight, Season 18, Episode number 11. Episode number 11. My panelist today, Miss Talisa Ray. How are you doing? Good to see you. The ray of sunshine herself.
Yes, the ray of sunshine herself. Good to be seen. Thank you for always, both of y'all are always so welcoming and feel like family, because I don't be showing up. I just be waiting on y'all to be like, Talisa, you can't come no more. Okay, you can't be part of the panel no more.
Never.
Nobody's ever gonna say that. Too many weeks. So what you ain't got nothing to say. Is you even watching it? Like I be just waiting. But I'm grateful. Look at God. God be like, no, I got good people for you. These are great people in your life.
God has found your village.
Your village, yes. Love y'all. And we got August love story, Artika and Tommy. What's going on, Tommy and Artika?
Well, we here.
Yeah, we here, man. Yeah. We doing good. We doing
Hold on, y'all got matching shirts for lovers only? What? Hold on.
I just realized that.
Advertising matching
I had on my shirt all day. He trying to be like me.
Whatever.
And Tommy, and then you can say after that, man.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you can't go either. You can't go to left on that one. You can't go to right on that one. It's just like
I'm just eating my bowl of chili and be happy, man.
Yeah, I sure was gonna ask what that was you was eating. Did you cook or did Artika cook?
I made the chili.
Okay.
Tommy got a building channel. Artika got the cooking channel. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I don't be cooking on the internet now. They ain't finna have me cussing people out in the comments. Cause I know it's good. And they be like, that ain't how I make mine.
I know, right? That's how you make yours. That's not how I make mine. Man, but let's get to this craziness. It was just called Married at First Sight, man. We had an interesting week. We saw the experts. The experts actually picked their head, showed up, gave advice, whether you agree with it or not. We could talk about that as well. They showed up and gave their advice. We saw encouragement. We saw disappointment. We saw some foolishness. But let's get this bad boy started here. Let's start with this couple here. Let's start with Madison and Allan. Talisa, your thoughts on Madison and Allan?
Oh, you're going to have me go first, okay? You know, I got to remember how this stuff go. You're going to have me go first.
We'll start with August love story.
I could go first.
You good? Ladies first, though. Ladies always go ladies first.
Ladies first.
Yes.
Ooh.
Ladies first.
I had to look at my notes to see what I wrote down. And I wrote down that she just does not like him. And he finally knows that and is finally able to articulate the fact that she does not like him. For him to finally be like, what is she attracted to me? What about me is she attracted to? Because everything is an issue. I felt like that was a big deal. Like I was really proud of him. If something is always wrong with me, you don't never see nothing right. I was really glad to hear that. Also, because I know it was that. Oh, and they did meet with Dr. Pepper. And sometimes when they meet with these experts, I be wanting them to be regular. Like I be wanting them to be like normal. They don't be seeming normal. They seem very like everything is like well thought out and rehearsed. I wanted him to tell her like he told us before he went. Like, hey, I don't know what she's attracted to me for. I don't know why she likes me. Because the way he made it seem, and then when you have Madison start talking, somehow she seems to flip it so that she's right. I don't know if that's just me that feels like that. But every time he says something, like whatever my issue is, you know what I mean? Next thing you know, she's all like, well, the narcissist in me feels like I think that you were wrong. And I hate that. I hate that for him. But I was really glad that he was like, she don't like me. And why? But there was Dr. Pepper. What did Dr. Pepper say? I don't know. Something about made it like it was, well, she's trying. You see, she said that this. No, are you attracted to me? That's a big deal. Like, I'm attracted to you. I like you. You can't find anything about me that you like. Period, point blank. I don't care if you see that I am putting in great effort. That's great. That's what you get from your friends. You look like somebody who wants to be attracted to somebody. What else you said? Oh, see, because I really was upset about this whole attracted thing. And for her to be like, that's a weird question to ask if you're attracted to me. I thought, is you fucking kidding me? I know you lying. I know you lying, girl. That's a weird question. That's so weird. And in all honesty, when I look at her, if we was gonna give her like a scale from 1 to 10, she's about a 7, maybe. And for some reason, she thinks she's like a 10, and she's kind of masculine in her. Like, yes, she works out, and I love when women work out. But her workout looks like how the men look. That's just me. I work out a lot. I'm still a little heavy, but I'm curvy, and it just feels kind of. She just I don't know. Her neck is too thick. You know how the men and their neck be real thick, like all of that. So I am not a fan of hers. Okay. She's not a fan of his. And then that whole they go out and she's like, you shouldn't drive. And he's like, I can go. You shouldn't drive. At that point, I was like, he's the one. Because wherever he's going is not home. He drunk, he ain't going home, or somebody finna meet him at his house. For me, I feel like he's one of the people. Like he's one of the people that is about to like, I'm ready. Like, give me a reason to want to do a episode on my own channel by myself. That's what I'm waiting on. So maybe that's gonna be next week. I think I'm done. I'm sorry, y'all. I think I'm done.
Now you good. Artika, what you got?
I did not think about the fact that he could have been, out here with somebody else. But I don't disagree with the sentiment. Because when you have been drinking and you get the right text message, you'll be like, all right, y'all, let's wrap this up. I'm heading out. And that conversation that he had was definitely I'm heading out. I don't really care what you have to say about this head out, because the person that I'm heading out to see is already where I'm heading out to. They just waiting on me to get there.
Yeah, I could be wrong, but that's how I felt.
I don't know. I can see that.
You know what I mean? Like, because the way she was very like, it's not safe, blah, blah, blah. I felt like if you like somebody, you'll be like, okay, let me just go in. Let me just lay down. You making sense. But that's the only thing. That's just my mind. I'm sorry, Artika. I just had to add.
It's like, where are you going? They say it's 15 minutes from where they live. 15 minutes gonna put you that behind tomorrow morning? I don't think so. Let me look at my actual notes for this.
Yeah, but he said he wanted to get a good night's sleep in his bed.
Yeah, okay.
Well, I mean, some things do make you sleep better. Some activities.
Y'all really think this man went out and got him some
I feel like he might have went and saw somebody. I don't know if he did anything with him, but I really, in my spirit, I feel like he's one of the ones. Because if you look at but you know how they trick us. You know how they trick us. Because he was like, F you and her, who you know when y'all see them little snippets.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm done talking.
Yeah, on the previews and stuff.
Yeah. So I'm all like, it's gotta be him.
Y'all know I've decided that he's better with MM anyway. So that should have been their match. And I just be like, what are we here for? What's her name? Madison. Because you're not trying, only looks like trying when you're not Michelle.
Yeah.
Because all you gotta do is be like, okay, you can make me dinner. That looks like we're trying. Okay, oh my God, I really don't want you to go out and drive. It looks like I care about you a little bit. It's really easy to look like you're trying when you're not trying. Go ahead. You got something you want to say?
No, I don't have much to say. I really don't think he went out and got any foreign exchange or any.
That's what you call it?
No, the vulgar things that I call it.
Definitely, I've never heard you say foreign exchange.
I don't think he went out and got any. I think he just like when he said I'm finna go home to his house, I was like, she must have pissed him off in a manner that he doesn't know how to say what he needs to say. So the best thing he could do is leave. At the end of the day, this guy is a nice guy. Mm-hmm. Like, regardless of anything, he's a very nice guy. And the best thing he thought that he could do in that moment was just leave. Something probably happened when they went out. Something that he ain't like. A slight glance at somebody, or she might have bumped into somebody, had a conversation too long. She looks like the person that would go off, talk to somebody for 20 minutes, and then come back like she ain't been gone for 20 minutes.
Why you always in your phone?
Like it's like something that she did that pissed him off, and instead of saying, "Hey, that pissed me off," I'm just gonna go home. I'm gonna take my ball and leave.
Okay.
I feel like he would have told us that though the next day versus him telling us about her not being attracted to him.
Yeah, he didn't mention it on after party either. Like he be real good about,
Well, y'all just shoot down my theory.
D Brown, I haven't watched anybody. I've stayed completely away from everybody else's Married at First Sight videos. But I did happen to see something on my Facebook feed today that said it was possibly what's this girl name? Madison and David.
I can see that too.
Just put a wink or something in the thing and tell us if that's them.
Yeah.
I can see that too, because they've been talking for a little while from working out.
Allan kind of alluded to that. I don't know if y'all caught that when he says, when they was talking, he said with the Dr. Pepper, well, when you hug David, when you see him, that's what I want.
I found that to be weird too, man.
Yeah, that was weird to me. Like, I see you give this man more affection than you give me.
And David is not the type that she claims she likes, so that's confusing in and of itself too.
Yeah.
Now I took it as being okay. I took it as being their workout partners because David said they were always.
That'll do it though for me. You be my workout bae. That'll do it for me every time. Let me get me somebody that's gonna go to the gym with me all the time. That's my bae. Right. You understand me? Yeah, he might get it.
Yeah, because I remember the previous episode, David, like me and Madison was in the gym. Then Juan said I was in the gym too.
So Juan was like,
see, I thought Juan was the one that was,
You thought he was with David?
You're not out here,
You thought he was with David?
I thought Juan was David.
No, look at me. You talking about you thought Juan was David. I thought it was Juan and David.
So I know this is all off topic, but like since we're here, we might as well talk about it.
I love this week.
We might as well, since we're here. So I wonder if like can you really say it's cheating knowing David's situation? Now Madison, yeah. But for David,
she don't like him. She don't like him either.
But
she just over there pretending.
But she be lying. Like Michelle, at least not lying.
Like right, like for David's mindset, right? Going into it, it's like there's no way me and her are together.
So that's the dinner he wanted to do.
Huh?
It's a reference to this really crazy thing. I'll show it to you later.
Okay.
But he sent a text and said he wanted to eat her.
He couldn't wait to eat her. He said,
yeah, that's the dinner he wanted to do.
Dinner he wanted. You over there talking foreign exchange. She giving you some stuff too. Now. Stay with it.
I don't know what to say now.
The dinner you want to do came from what's this thing? A blind date with a crackhead. Yeah, y'all just sit down and watch that. It is so many funny quotables that me and my best friend just randomly call each other and say, and one of them is "You the dinner that I want to do."
That's terrible. But like it's why Madison. Allan looked so sad in this whole episode just because that attraction thing. Like, is she attracted to me? And she really couldn't answer that question.
Because she's not.
Obviously.
Well, I mean, when they talked about it, he tried to initiate the conversation on their 1 month anniversary. She was like, "You really want to do that today?" I'm
like, yeah. Like you.
Today would be the yeah. Yeah,
today have to have those conversations.
Today is the day, and I'm the one. Yeah,
that's true. That's true. Cheating is cheating, but
we know none of them are really taking these marriages seriously.
Yeah, I don't.
Well, Carla and not Carla. What's the girl? Camille and Thomas are trying to take this.
I think they all came into it seriously and like thinking. Okay.
What are we at? Week 5, week 6? It's not serious for.
But at this point, it's like. We're just I feel like David and Michelle, and I know we're talking about Allan and Madison. I don't have much to say about them. But for David and Michelle, it's like, if you look at their situation, he knows at this point, we're just riding the clock.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So why am I gonna sit like if the person you supposed to be with, you see on a Tuesday and you got 3-4 more weeks to go, what do you do in that situation?
Yo, me and Jack had this conversation, right? It was a big, long conversation. I said you ride it out because cheating is cheating, right?
Right.
If I made a commitment and we say we took vows, whether it's on TV vows, whether it's fake vow, I don't care what it was real vows, right? So I'm going to wait until the 8 weeks are over before I step out or before I talk. I will make sure decision day is what it is. We both say no, we get divorced and we move on, right? I'm not going to give you the narrative to say I cheated on you in a relationship, right? Or you start pointing fingers, regardless of how bad you treated me, how bad, and so I'm going to be able, like, you know what? I gave vows. I'm gonna own this. I'll be like Gina and Clint. We're gonna be friends. We may live in the same apartment. We're gonna be cool. I'm gonna ride out these 8 weeks, collect that check, and somebody said, collect my money and move on. Yeah, I know you don't like me, so let's keep it here. But I'm not going to cheat on you. And that would not be the narrative that I'm gonna give you.
Do we really know that he cheated on her or just emotionally?
Well, okay, I guess everybody got to ask. Define yourself. What is cheating, right?
Define.
You define cheating. It's cheating, texting another girl. It's cheating. The act of intercourse. So again, if the definition of cheating in the relationship.
Yeah. So in this situation, what would you? Are we finished with Madison and Allan?
Well, we've done with Madison and Allan. Let me give my thought. Madison and Allan in this. I think Allan is a cool dude. I think he realizes he's a pleaser, as they said earlier, and so he won't never front her because he's always going to try to be pleasing to her, right? Be respectful. There comes a certain point in time, you can't hug my boy, right? In this case, like I'm gonna use a David situation. You can't be hugging my boy and giving him more affection than you give me, without me saying something. Right, without me saying, "Hey, man, what's up with that?" If you think this, at least bring the conversation up, man. Like, you and David pretty friendly, or in this case, like, man, you working out with David again this morning? Like, did y'all work out again? Because I'm sure he knows that they work out. Like, can I go to the gym with you this morning? Can we get together? So again, it becomes those type of conversations that we have, and I think what Dr. Pepper was telling them, Michelle Madison has issues from a past relationship and stuff like that. And Allan should respect that. He will come to the drinking situation, right? I know Talisa said he was on a sneaky creep, right? He was creeping 15 minutes away. But I can understand what triggered her with the alcohol and with the drinking. And she wanted him to stay put and stay with her because of past things and people, family members and things and accidents. But he has to realize too, though, if you're gonna work this thing out, then you have to work it out. I just don't like the fact that they give them an out to go back to their own apartment.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you're here and you're in this relationship, you should be here in this relationship. Don't say, "Oh, I need a good night's sleep, so I'm going home." No, you get a good night's sleep in the apartment with your wife. All right.
I mean, they got a second bedroom too if you just need to sleep by yourself.
Right.
But
he didn't mind sleeping by himself when
there was somebody over there 15 minutes away.
He didn't mind sleeping by himself when he was drunk and they was at the with flag football thing. He got a good night's sleep. But anyway,
I'm telling y'all, he snuck and did something. Okay?
That's what he said.
Maybe he did not have somebody, but he went home and he did something. It might have been maybe he watched some porn. I don't know, but he did something.
He had dinner.
I feel like he had dinner.
Right. I'm gonna ask you, Talisa, what's cheap?
Well, you can't hold it in, can you?
I feel like if you've made a commitment and based on the commitment that you've made with your spouse. So I'm never getting married again. But let's just say I did get married. My husband, maybe some of y'all didn't know, I'm about to share with y'all that I'm polyamorous. And so my husband would have to be okay with me having a boyfriend. So it wouldn't be me cheating. However, I feel like people who are in a one-to-one relationship, that are married, and that is the commitment that you have made. Anything outside of that, whether it is getting whatever you desire that you need that your spouse is missing and you're seeking it elsewhere, to me that's cheating. So whether that be I need compliments and my husband doesn't give me compliments, and now my neighbor is giving me all these compliments, or now my because we be having work husbands be giving me compliments. Now that happens, I feel like that's cheating. He's taking me to lunch and he's complimenting me often, and I'm grinning. And now eventually, I mean, it takes a woman a little longer to actually move past, go a little step further. But once we do, we don't really be cheating. It be the relationship is over. So I feel like, or what people would say is cheating, which is having, sexual intimacy. So I feel like the moment you start getting what your needs met, whatever they look like outside of your marriage, whatever you've committed in that marriage, you're cheating. So I don't care what it is, whether it, you always watching porn. We talked about it. You watching it with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. That's just me. Any kind of need you getting met outside of your spouse. If your spouse said, well, I don't want to give you compliments, and it's okay that you get compliments from somewhere else, they tell you how fine you look in that suit you wearing, then so be it. But anything that you get met outside of that marriage, for me, I think is considered stepping out.
I mean, Artika, what's cheating?
I'm confused.
I don't know.
I got nervous.
I think sex.
Just sex?
Doing the wild. The nasty.
If I was texting some man, you would be like,
I have a problem with that.
Exactly.
But I don't know, man. I'm with you, Talisa. But I'm also, me and Artika have this conversation, like we had it before. We was like, before somebody cheats, there needs to be a conversation, because cheating only is because of some type of void or greed.
Agreed.
You know what I'm saying? So if either you're a greedy person or you're not being fulfilled in some manner, and that needs to be a thing. You're like, it all boils down to you're not being fulfilled in whatever it is, and so you got to look on the outside. And so that's why they be like, communication is key. Yeah, because you got to talk about that. Otherwise, you're just gonna go get it. Because there's a million people out here that'll be like, yeah, come on.
It's dinner to be had.
Right. People are out here trying to get it. So the issue, well, it's an issue. Cheating is bad, regardless of, you can't make it, make sense. But are we talking about David and Michelle now?
Yeah, we talking about David. We talking about David and Michelle because we lead into, because we trying to figure out, without being sharing spoilers, trying to figure out who trying to connect these dots, right?
I feel like
a lot of people are giving other people attention, right? David is giving Madison attention in the gym. Madison is giving David attention, according to Allan, the way he hugs her and the way that she greets him when he walks into the room, right? Somebody can look at that and say, hold on, you hugging him too much, right? Shoot, people do that at church. Like, hold on for a minute. Why you always hugging my husband? You don't ever say nothing to me. I'm just saying, it becomes those different type dynamics when you're the outside spouse and you're not getting the affection like Allan is getting. You can see why Allan pinpointed it, and it Married at First Sight made it a business to show him say that, right? Where he said to Dr. Pepper, you greet other people in David, like the girls in David, like it's cool. So to me, I took that as being, hey, he sees something from the outside. We talk about women intuition, right? Maybe this man has an intuition that's saying that something ain't right here. Hold on. Something ain't right.
Is it really a spoiler? It's a spoiler if we've seen it, and then like if you've seen, like, going to the movies, and now I'm telling y'all what the movie is about. It's not really a spoiler.
It's a rumor.
It's a rumor.
It's a rumor.
I mean, if they share and we share, I think it's okay. We won't know.
Share. You want to share? If you know it, share it. I'm good with that.
Look, I don't know it. I'm just
find out anything about these people.
I find it interesting because just because it's like, you look at David and Michelle's situation from day one. David has been struggling to get any type of forward motion with this girl.
Kindness. We ain't even gonna say
the bare minimum.
Yeah.
The bare minimum from her. And for his name to come up in this rumor, you know, I hate it for Allan, but then you look at it on the other side, it's like, well, what did you expect?
Oh, what?
You know what I'm saying? What did you expect from him? Because he's not getting what he needs at home. You know, now it sucks that it's somebody else that's in the same situation, you know, but he's not getting anything from her. No, whatever they say, what is it for sickness and health and all that, you know the vows. He ain't getting none of them, you know, on her side. She just can't get past the fact that he's living at home. They say they talk for 20 minutes in front of, who did they talk to? Dr. Pepper?
Mm-hmm.
They talked for 20 minutes.
We've made a lot of strides. What strides did you make? We talked.
What else did you do?
Made it seem like she gave them some information that nobody else has said to her. Like everybody has said the same thing.
The exact same thing.
Get over yourself.
Right.
Exact.
She's ashamed of growing up poor, like everybody did.
And she doesn't like the way that it sounds that she's ashamed of growing up poor. So were you embarrassed by it? No. Proceeds to say other words that equal embarrassed.
It was embarrassing.
And the thing is, that's okay. Like, tell him that I grew up poor and I don't want to grow up poor no more. And let him be like, okay, we're not gonna be poor no more. Don't worry about it. We won't be poor. Right. I think he's a good guy. Like overall,
what made you
like a good guy?
What made you think you're gonna be poor though? That's the thing. What made you think you're gonna be poor? If you're doing well, he come and add his start to you doing well. Y'all shouldn't be living poor. You're not like you're gonna go move in the basement. That was always my thing. It's never like he never said, "Hey, Michelle, when we over 8 weeks, you're gonna come live with me and my parents in the basement."
I said that after every single episode, babe, you don't have to live there.
Right.
You don't have to live there. Stop acting like you have to move in there.
Right. So why he's not gonna make you poor, right? He's not gonna drag you down. Have a plan, stick to it, have conversation with him about it. You had enough conversation to take him to get clothes tried on, to put a whole fashion squad.
And then have to be excited. And I was like, all you did was put a button shirt on the man and a jean jacket and maybe got him a blazer. He still got the same jeans on and a long sleeve like shirt. He looked the same. He's really a good guy. And what makes me even more mad is that he's like, I will do anything to make you want to be with me. So it makes me mad. Like, I'm not going to curse anymore. I'm not smoking anymore. I'm going to wear whatever clothes that you say. And you're still not happy. Like, she's superficial. And when, I guess it was last week when she met with Dr. Pia and she was like, well, how else would he support me if it's not financially? Girl, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? You don't know what else kind of support you would get from a man other than financially? Oh, you ain't ready. And being with Dr. Pepper, I want to say, it's just one more reason. Like, the only thing I can say that she did was let everybody know that they all are supposed to be getting therapy before they get this marriage, because she just told you about your issue is your fears of returning back to your youth, and you need to do or being how you were in your youth in your small town. So what you need to do is really go to therapy and work through whatever that is. Like, child.
Yeah, that's the thing is, it's like, man, you sit there, you see that you have an issue, and it's like nobody else's problem but yours. You know,
she don't care that she has an issue. I am not going to be with this man who still lives at home with his money. Family is not everything to me. They are poor. I don't like poor people. Right. That's what she said. They are poor. I don't do poor people.
It's a sad situation, and all season we've been like just praying for David to like hope this 8 weeks go by fast.
But what she got is what you call a scarcity mindset. Mm-hmm. You know, and her scarcity mindset is the fact that she doesn't want to go back to where she was at. Instead of trusting this dude to make sure or communicating with him, hey, here it is. This is the lifestyle I'm used to living. This is a lifestyle that I used to live. This is what I pulled myself up from. I want to make sure that we don't go. I want to make sure I don't go back, or we, because now it's we, because we got to change the language when you're married. It's no me, you know, it's we, because whatever affects you affects me. We don't want to go back to this, right? How can I make sure we don't go here? David said it when I think they met with Dr. Pepper, right? Yeah, they met with Dr. Pepper. He said, we make the same thing. You have a little bit more savings than I do. And I took that to being not that he's broke, because he said in one episode that he paid his student loan and stuff off, right? So I'm like, okay, maybe my man took his savings and got out of debt, and he's rebuilding this bad boy back up. So you two both make about the same thing. How do you think you're going backwards if you're adding XYZ, whatever she makes? You know, make some arguments simple. Let's say she make $100,000. All right, what makes you think now y'all both bringing in $2,000 that you're going backwards? I mean, 200,000. You know, what makes you think you're going back? I always thought it was funny when she said it, and he said we make the same thing, and she didn't disagree. I'm like, well, dang, how you going backwards? How do you think you will end up in poverty? How do you think you're going to end up where, you know, wherever small town you was from, going back there?
He likes his family, and that's going to hold us back.
Right. And it's just one of those things too, like sort of like with Allan, she's not attracted to him. She does not like the way he looked. Even though, was that last week or was that this week? We saw how what she chose or what she said she wanted was indeed David, right? I think that was last week. This was happening when I don't show up, y'all. Y'all get a little bit of my little
look, and I'm sitting up here like, was it last week? I've been getting confused with the leak, with the week.
Yeah, I don't know which week it was, but whichever week it was, she showed her, and the girl was like, "I don't like where this is going. I don't like how I'm about to be projected." No, ma'am, what you said is what you said. You like that type of man. Yeah. But the problem is the basement was the first problem. The smoking was the next problem. The cursing was the next problem. And then you came in here with tennis shoes on. This is your go out outfit. This is how you go out. I was like, this girl is getting on my nerves. Okay, listen, changing somebody's appearance is not hard. Asking them to wear something different when you get married is not the hardest thing on earth to do. No. My late husband, God rest his soul, I changed his entire look, okay, so that he could fit with me and look like I like him to look, because he was a hood dude with hood clothes on all the time. That's okay, not go with me like that, huh?
I said, okay, Camille.
You can't get. Well, listen. I like him square now, though, and nerdy. Okay, I do like him like that now, but back then I was probably Camille, real bad, like probably worse than Camille. Like I liked the drug dealers and gangbangers. Okay, that is what I had liked. I felt like they could protect me. That is the honest to God truth. I don't really like them no more. Okay, they if that's who you are and you still living like that, you should have like advanced some by now. I'm almost 50. Anyway. I just feel like she didn't. After that, nothing else. She couldn't like him, but I feel like she wasn't attracted to him anyway from day one. I don't know.
It's definitely the black wife effect.
Yeah, and it's an easy one. The black wife effect is easy. All we got to do is love on you and then buy you something and tell you how nice you looking at a little bit at a time. That's all we
want to hear. Yeah, we want to hear you look nice. It was good last night. I love you.
You look nice. Go ahead and do a little foreign exchange. Have a little dinner.
That's it. That's all we want. We simple. That's it. Oh man. I don't know what else to say about David and Michelle, but
well, somebody just said in the group that somebody saw Madison and David at Target together.
And that's how we figure out that they are in a relationship.
Yeah, I think I also saw a place where they said there's some pictures of Madison and David out with each other too, like at a bar, someplace. So
yeah,
there's some pictures there. I asked you guys this question: had you ever had a fear that somebody that you dated or somebody that you was with was going to take you back economically?
No.
Yeah, like, you know, when Dr. Pepper said, you know, because Dr. Pepper, they was on the couch and Dr. Pepper said, I can understand your mindset and where you're at. And I'm sitting here looking at it like, I don't want to go back. I'm saying, this girl is really making this as an excuse about it went from him living in his parents' basement, for him smoking, from him cussing. You know he works a couple jobs because you complain about him not spending time with you. You know he works. Y'all never had this conversation, and now you think he's going to take you back. Like, I want you to be honest. I don't like him. You didn't give me what I asked for. I'd rather have a Thomas, and you gave me somebody different.
Yeah. I was looking for a tall, dark, and handsome, and this is what you gave me.
At least be honest with him, right? I feel like she's right. I feel like she's grasping straws and making up stuff where other women, and hats off to David, right? I mean, most guys would have blew a gasket. Now, of course, we don't see what's happening off camera, but on camera, dude has been super nice.
Yeah.
Dude has
been very respectful.
He's been very respectful. He ain't cuss her. He ain't been rude. Even when she said, what did she say? This week, somebody, he ain't the man I want to be, or something. She like, she put him down.
I'd have been saying FTB. I'd have been said that, man. I'm sorry.
When he asked her at the dinner, like, what is it I can do to help you be happy? You know, I get that we are responsible for our own happiness, our own joy. I really believe that to my soul. But because the man wants to know what he can do, don't shut him down. Because you just telling the man that you're never gonna like him. And I really feel like there must be something in the clause now. Because by now, I feel like she would have been gone. By now, I feel like Ikechi wouldn't have returned. They got to have something in the clause right now that says you have to follow through. You cannot get a divorce. They have to, because she'd be gone. They talk crazy. Didn't they? At that dinner, I was like, they talking crazy. Ain't no way. I'm finna go in this other room. Ain't no way.
They just
it would have been difficult for me to just not throw something at Ikechi. So there's that.
Yeah.
When he cussed at her,
asshole, I probably would have fought.
It's better than me, girlfriend. Oh, you better than me. My husband don't cuss at me. He might cuss a lot, but he don't cuss at me.
Right. He might be cussing in general. He ain't calling you nothing.
Right. And so I have a problem. I don't even know you. Because that's the line you keep leading with, is we don't know each other like this. So we don't know each other enough for you to cuss at me.
This man come in and interrupt everything.
Let Quad be, man. Let Quad be.
I'm trying to.
No,
I was gonna say the thing about feeling like you're gonna go backwards with a person, that's a risk.
Yeah.
You have to take, because anything can happen. Anything can put you back. You just have to be happy that your partner is there, that y'all are walking through this thing together. You know what I'm saying? But you can prepare for it, but you don't count on it. Like anybody you go on with, you're like, all right, cool. He's a decent person, or she's a decent person. We can go this way, but something might happen that we have to go left instead of going right, you know? So I just think her mindset throughout the whole thing of marriage or what it's supposed to look like, I think she needs to kind of reevaluate that. Even like past David, just reevaluate the way you think marriages should go.
And I see a lot of people in the chat also saying that, you know, a person could bring you down financially. I don't disagree with that. However, there is a way that you have to figure out who has the strengths with money and work to resolve it that way. Like if you guys are married and you realize in this 8 weeks, I like him, but I think he might be a little bit irresponsible with money. Let's devise a plan to fix that irresponsibility with money. Like, let's go talk to a financial planner. Let's make it so that you handle the bills. Like, this much money goes into the account. This is how much he can be financially irresponsible with. But that has to be a conversation. She just don't like this man.
Right.
And it's like, okay, today it's he live with his parents. Oh, you told me I don't have to live there? Okay, so I don't like the way he dressed. oh, he willing to change that? You smoke cigarettes. Oh, he stopped. Let me find something else. And it's just like, it's like every week the goalpost is moving on something that she don't like. And he hadn't even been able to like say, well, you have a pissy attitude.
And your skin is bad. When you ain't got that makeup on, you is not even, like, don't get me started. Like, if we're going to be petty, let's be petty, because you look okay. You like a 5 with your makeup on. And you only 36 and you look like you about 40. Like, don't make me mad, because she is not cute at all. Like, not attractive. Her spirit is ugly. And, sometimes your spirit be so good that you forget that everything else is unattractive because you glow. She don't have that glow. And you're right, Kathy. I saw Kathy said that Michelle is treating David how she used to be treated when she was poor, like automatically treating him that way. I would agree, Kathy, 100%.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and people I saw in the chat, 36-year-old guy, and y'all trying to get married, right? And y'all trying to get together. I think on this show, we said it years. I always said it should always be a financial counselor. They have a marriage therapist, they have a sex therapist, or somebody else. They should have a financial counselor on here so they can work on this thing on financially. Because guess what? Some people don't know how to manage money.
No, absolutely.
They was never taught that, right? There was a skill they never had. They know how to live day to day, paycheck to paycheck. They know how to rob Peter to pay Paul. They know how to play the credit card game with low interest and all that. They don't know how to live on a debt free schedule, right? They don't know how to manage money and put money away. And some things need to be taught, right? And also, but when you're doing it together, it is a group thing. Now, if your person you date is a drug addict, a gambler, somebody like that, and can't manage money, of course they shouldn't be handling money, right? Again, there should be some things that I think, and when you get into a relationship, and I'm gonna say this, when you get into marriage, because you and your boyfriend shouldn't be talking about money. I'm sorry, just my view on that, right? I'm not paying no female's bills that I ain't married to.
Well, if you get ready to marry her, you think she's important, because it don't take men to figure out that long if you marriage material. Y'all should be having some kind of money conversations, Glenn.
We should have money. No, money conversations. I agree with money conversations, but I'm not paying your bills in my house till we say I do. Because if something goes south, I'm gonna feel some type of way. I done dumped a whole bunch of money in you and on your bills and stuff. That's just my view. This is the view.
But you can get my hair done and get all my beauty stuff done. That's not I need somebody, dear future bays with an S. Don't listen to Glenn. You could come.
Look, that's not a problem. That's not a problem getting your hair done and stuff like that. But I'm not paying your rent.
You can pay my rent too if you're here every weekend because you love me. Like, don't feel that way. I understand.
Well, if I'm there every weekend, that's a whole different story. We want to go ahead and move in.
Dear future babes, don't listen to me. Okay, my brother don't know.
Hey, remember this is a guy who's been married 24 years. 24 years. I'm coming from an old standard, right? I'm coming from an old view. Okay. I'm coming from an old view. Most people don't get that view, but that's just my concept of it. I just think that when you dealing in some parameters, like, I think you should be financially taken care of, financially stable. I think you should be financially savvy. And I think because people are not financially savvy, we should have that discussion, because I don't want to be in a relationship where most marriages end because of money, religion, or sex, right? So if we can eliminate this before we get get married, then let's eliminate this. Mm-hmm. She won't even have a conversation with the guy. Not one conversation have we heard her say, "Hey, David, what is your plan after 9 weeks? Oh, David, what's your plan to get out of your parents' basement?" David,
the closest that they got to that was this sit down with Dr. Pepper, when Dr. Pepper said, "How long do you think it would take for you to be ready to buy a house?"
Right.
Like, that's literally the closest they got, because she looked like, this is news to me. But she wants to say that they can't do these things, but honestly and truly, the right to is always better than one. Mm-hmm. And if you're able to get by and do all of the things that you want to do with your income, having a second income that could strictly go into savings means that y'all could buy a house a lot quicker, if that was the trajectory that you were actually on. But the problem is, she just, it's like we haven't been able to get to the root of, can he do these things? It's been, I don't want you to do these things for me. And that's where she's sitting at, like, really hard, is I don't want you to, and I am not going to move on this. And Kathy just said she rents a 1-bedroom apartment. A 1-bedroom apartment for $2,500. Like, bro.
Move to the suburbs and get a house in Chicago.
She gonna go move to the hood.
She's throwing her money more away than just on her rent, Miss Honey. She throwing that money away on living like rich people do.
We got a dog walker.
With a
dog walker. A dog walker she has not seen.
Stylist?
Yeah, she got all the things that somebody who makes really good money, you know, and has excess of
what they're saying.
Cash.
She's living a lifestyle that may not equal up to what her budget is.
Yeah.
And so she's putting on a facade, in my opinion, of I've arrived, right? I've made it because I'm no longer in this situation. And so if you can't say that you arrived like me, then I'm gonna look down on you. Right? If you she arrived. Okay, we talked about, you can give her Allan. Allan drives a Jag. He got a nice car. He got the nice home. And I guess she'll be happy with that because guess what? Allan got his own stuff. He got a little bit of status. Michelle is almost borderline. I'm not gonna say she's a gold digger.
She sounds like one.
Mm-hmm.
She wants her man to have a certain. Again, she wants Thomas.
She wants somebody that she doesn't see as 10 years behind her, because that's what she said.
Right. Yeah, she wants nobody to see 10 years behind her.
The girl, bye.
He's 10 years behind you but you still live in an apartment and you're not married.
I get that that's a studio in DC, but they're not in DC. They're in Chicago. That's just like,
when you said that, I didn't say nothing because you know how I feel about LA. The cost of living here is ridiculous.
Well, that's what I was about to say. Like, if our house and Talisa's house was the exact same square footage, I'm guaranteed you she's paying more than we are because she lives in LA.
I think your square footage of your house might be bigger than mine, and I'm sure I'm still paying more money than you are because I live in LA.
Exactly.
I feel like my house is smaller than y'all's. Like the lot and all of that, I feel like it's smaller than y'all.
But it's just like when you look at where people are and what they have, it's kind of like everything's bigger in Texas. If you picked up our house and put it in Texas in an equal neighborhood, we're gonna be paying a lot less. It just depends on where you are.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. She's weird.
What was you said?
I
have arrived.
My arrived thing was like, shoot, my credit was decent. Like with me and RT, that was the thing. It was like, man, I had the worst idea with credit, right? And so once me and RT, I knew I was finna marry RT. RT said, I ain't moving in here just to be a live-in girlfriend. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, you finna be my wife then. But we had that conversation. We talked about like how bad my credit was, you know, and I got pretty good credit. You know, I pay stuff on time. Sometimes I get a day late or two, but you know.
Yeah. You know, and I think that's the big thing. Like once you know that you're about to marry somebody, and I really believe men know faster than what they be pretending. Like I feel like they know not immediately, but really close. If you've got all these things that align, I really feel like my husband knew he wanted to. I met him in June. He asked me to marry him in December of that same year. Men know. Now, my husband, financially, he pretended. Okay, if y'all ever seen that, that's one of the things.
Was he Legion?
I got sick and died, honey. He was gonna be gone because the money wasn't. He lied. Right, it didn't connect. Nevertheless, we're not talking about me. I'm just saying, I think that's when it's important that you start having, like, when they know that you are. And I'm not talking about buying all my necessities, my nails and my feet and stuff. But I mean, if you want to be in a committed relationship that looks like marriage or lifelong commitment, and you guys are going to share responsibility, I think it's important that those conversations be had so that everybody knows where they stand. Like, I can't deal with you, I can deal with you. Because I do see in the comments, honey, the ladies is like, oh no, we need to know why financially, what's happening.
Right, we're just not a piece of meat here. We have feelings.
Got feelings, right? Got feelings. Well, we talk about financial and we talk about money. We got to talk about this couple, Juan and Carla. Carla E. Juan.
Juancho.
Juancho had a Carla has a epiphany now that she really wants to be an entrepreneur. She really wants to do the business thing correctly. She wants to do it right. And her friend said, "Girl, you might well go ahead and do your sound bowl business, whatever, your Pilates business. She want to put about 3 or 4 things together and run a business." August love story. Your starts on Carla and Juan.
Well, first let me
Go
let me
ahead.
start first.
Go ahead.
First off, I didn't even write their name on my notes. That's the second part is Carla was supposed to already have all this set up. She's boasted that she's an entrepreneur, right? But he's talking to her like this is brand new news to her. Like you ain't read. Like I feel like him talking to her, the way that he's talking to her is like she's like just really hate to say it like this, but she came into this thing thinking that he was just gonna take care of everything, and she just got to stay at home and live this what is it called, taken care of, or
soft life,
and he's more so so what you're gonna do, and he's sitting up here, you get your LLC, you get this, you get that, you get this. I would think that she would know that.
Why? Because money is energy. What do you mean? Why would she know any of that?
Because she's boasted that she's an entrepreneur.
Because money is energy, remember?
I'm trying to figure out.
Like, what do you mean? It's
I really want to know what that means. Like, what does that really mean?
She said that somebody called her
Money is energy.
to do hair in, I think she said New York, right? But she don't have a social like media presence, like no website, no Instagram, no nothing. How they find you?
You know,
it was energy.
She's saying it because it's like
it was energy. That's where the money came from, right, Artika? I'm sorry, Tommy. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, entrepreneurship is funny now because lately, probably like the last 8 years, right? It's been on a forefront. Like everybody wants to be an entrepreneur. Everybody's like pushing entrepreneurship, which is a good thing because that's what makes the world go round, I think. But
if they can put KFC and Taco Bell together, she can have hair and stretching.
Yeah, but I just for her not to be like, it feels like she's just coming up with stuff off the top of her, like, oh, I dreamed about this last night, so we're gonna talk about it today, type of thing. And I hate that for Juan. That's why I was thinking Juan was the person that was cheating, because who wants that? In this trial period of being together, who wants somebody that basically feels like that they are dependent upon you for everything that you do, So that's all I really got. Like I said, I ain't writing no notes for Juan and Carla. I was slept through half their stuff. So
okay, so you could do sound bowls and Pilates and do hair and all of those things, but number one, I'm not coming to get my hair done in your bathroom. I'm just not. So you need to figure something out. You need to go find you. She had, you slipped through that. She did somebody hair in the bathroom. Find you a salon suite, rent you out a empty space, do something, but
the storage room will work one.
I'm not coming to get my hair done in the storage room. Do something, but it just doesn't make sense to me. But there are a lot of things that he was telling her that I was like, you should just have these things. Like, if you do sound bowls, you might need to get with somebody that got a space for it and be like, can I work with you here? And you might need to go and find a Pilates studio and be like, can I teach the 7 p.m. class? But you got to figure out something, because right now, all she talking about is the money that's going out with, I'm going to go to the coffee shop and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. But I'm not even talking about the entrepreneurship part of it all. It's like you need an income. All you talking about is money that's going out. And it just don't make sense to me. It's confusion. Don't make sense. That's all I got.
That's all I have.
I do believe in money being made through energy, but in the way that the energy means people are coming to you so that you can have that exchange of making the money for the services that you have. So if she's having dreams about these things, I feel like any of that can come to fruition, but she has to also do the work so that it makes sense. If you're not doing the work, none of it's gonna happen. Because I totally believe the energy is a lot. I do want to say though that man don't like her either. Okay, that man don't like her, and I don't think she like him either. Okay. However, on this episode, she decided to be like, you know what, to her sister, you know what? He could be good for me because he's analytical, and he's got great ideas, and I can use him for those ideas. And when they had the conversation about when she was like, I have my notebook and a pen, and I was like, what is she writing in? Because that don't look like a notebook. It's got some writing on the inside. Maybe it's got some one page is this and one page is that. I don't know, but he was really just telling her what she could do. He is not attracted to her. Like, I feel like he is super analytical and he could be helpful for her, but he would also have to be open to what she could provide, which looks like spirituality and getting in contact with himself and meditating and doing those kind of things. It has to be an even exchange, but I don't think he likes her. I really think he has a thing for David. Okay, he gets excited like Madison when he sees Dave. When they both see Dave, they both get excited.
He say, "I forgot you were here."
No.
No, I don't know. I think she got a low kick thing for David. And then she don't like him because she don't listen to nothing he say. Because when they were sitting in that warehouse and she was showing him, he was showing her what he does and was trying to explain it, and the people asked, she didn't have a clue. He organizes tools. He does something with tools. Like, I was like, girl, you wasn't listening. You don't like him. You don't like him. What did I write here? Nope, that's all I wrote. That's all I wrote. Yeah, that's all I wrote because I didn't have nothing else except for they don't like each other either. Like, nobody likes each other. Not an area one or nobody except for Camille and Thomas. That's it. Don't nobody like each other.
Hey, I think, Talisa, I want to go with your point. You said it. One treated her dinner date more like a business meeting than a husband and wife sitting down.
Mm-hmm.
He treated like, okay, here, this is what we can do, or I can help you do this. These are steps that you should be doing. Sometimes when she's creative, so she may need that person. She needs a coach. She needs a coach, somebody to guide her through each step so she can have a productive business. And that's what she needs, because she have all the creative ideas. She has the personality for it. I think she has the personality where she can talk to anybody, and so she can generate the sale aspect of it. She doesn't have the foundation or the structure to keep it going. And so one has the foundation, the structure of how to handle business, because he has several businesses. We don't know if they're successful or not. I'm just gonna leave it like that. We just don't know. We just know he has several businesses. We don't know he got several businesses. And so, but if they two can come together and realize that, it might be a great partnership in business. But as far as marriage, nah, he don't like her.
I agree.
He don't like her, and she wants a kept life. Right?
And I did write down, they will make better friends. I did write that down.
Yeah, they'll make better friends and better business partners.
Well, he can.
I don't think they'll make good
business. They're gonna be
a
business partner. All he gonna be able to do is say, I think the thing that he did say, because she don't have social media and she don't know how to do this and then the third, was for her to pay somebody to manage it for her. But she ain't got no money because she ain't got no job to be able to pay them to do any of that.
Maybe she was a good saver, right? Maybe she saved up a whole bunch of money.
She ain't saved no money. She ain't had no place to live. Remember, we got her stuff out the storage.
I forgot about that.
It's still in the storage.
It's still in it. But she paying for storage.
Maybe.
I mean, I don't know how much storage bills be, because the only time I had something in the storage was for the 1 month for $1. I got my
You
stuff
got it
out of there.
but back when I had a storage years ago, at least 10, 15 years ago, it was $100 then, $100 and some then.
Yeah.
For one
When
the size of
Tommy
like,
and I moved in together and my stuff was in storage, yeah, it jumped fast too. It was like the first 6 months was $50, and then every month thereafter was $100. And I was like, we gotta figure this out because
it's
I'm not
expensive.
spending $100 a month to come over here every so often and see if it's spiders in my stuff or not.
And we think about how long ago that was and how much inflation has happened for this. So imagine it's got to be some good.
Yeah, that was like 2014, 2015.
Yeah.
That was 10
Right.
years ago.
Yeah, I want to say for me too, it might have been then or a little bit sooner. King was born in 2007, so it was 2007 the last time I think I had a storage. It was like
Wow.
That was when I had one of them dollar storage units. Was in 2007.
Hey, inflation had hit triple time since then, right?
Right, since that long ago. Look, I'm just telling my
They
age.
probably don't even do the dollar stuff no more.
Hey, but you know, so we all agree Carla is working on it. But Juan did a great acting job because I'm so happy that you're ambitious. That you ambitious, and I love this about you. And then she was like, well, I'm trying to work to my full potential. I always was taught you don't leave a job till you got another job.
Well, I
Or
can't say
another
that.
plan.
I've left a job.
That's the plan.
Job.
You know,
And
that's what I was taught. But she just came home one day say I ain't working no more. Like, what we gonna do? Now, if this was Married at First Sight and it was in their own apartment and they was paying for it, we might have seen a different side of Juan. But because he didn't worry about it, Married at First Sight got these. I'm good. I'm cool because I know what I'm gonna do after 8 weeks.
Juan knows that week 8 he's going back to his apartment, and what did they say his TV was on? A Home Depot card. He's going back to that life. Like
he pretty much said, "Is you dumb or is you stupid for quitting your job?
You quit your job?
What you plan on doing next?
You have nothing.
Nothing.
Figure it out.
Well, she's in a position to where it's do or die at this point.
She got like what, 2 weeks?
Yeah,
to figure it out.
But my thing,
single swim.
My question for everybody is, with the situation that Carla is going in or it put herself in now, why was she picked to be on this show?
So that she could get the energy to get the money from doing hair.
Or she could get the man.
See that connecting?
No.
Or she could get the man. Tommy, so she thought she was going to get the man that was going to take care of her. Because this is what she put on her application. I want a man to take care of me. I want the soft life. I don't want to work. I want this, that, and the other. And they were like, okay, cool. We're going to hook you up Juan. And Juan's like, I'm not taking care of you. She thought she was going to get what she ordered.
Has any relationship on Married at First Sight worked out with a man that was like fiscally well off in that manner?
No.
Because Jose,
where she wasn't doing anything. Not that I can think of.
Nah, because Jose wanted Rachel to get herself out of debt and like stop taking these family trips and all these other trips. And we knew that. What's my man that did? Everybody said didn't have a job from Boston. Steve wouldn't take care of noise stuff like that.
Yeah.
I can't think of anybody else who we thought was really well off.
And if you think about it in real life, right now in real life, if we just, and I'm not gonna say for everybody, most men are not taking care of women. That is not a thing that they are not. That's not a thing. Women want people to take care of them, and that's not a thing. That's not. If you look at all the like social media stuff and the way that people are going back and forth, that's not something that's
and take it a step further. Most of the bigger women influencers, their husbands are at home.
Yeah.
Aren't we taking care of each other though?
It's okay.
Every time I hear it, man.
What he say? What happened? What he say?
That conversation makes me so mad. It's not realistic, man.
I mean, I don't think in this day and age, and y'all know I'm by myself, so I'm not saying that that's what I'm looking for. Now, would it be nice? I would not turn it down if somebody came and said they wanted me to live the soft life. I'm not saying that I would not be like, okay, I'm in love and we could be together, just me and you. I'm not even saying that ain't what I would say, but I'm just saying that that's just the way it looks, and I don't think that in all honesty, I'm with you, Tommy. A lot of people, it's hard being single and living the life that I have, right? You need more than one income. I think my primary income, I make decent money, right? I own a house on my own. I got that one 17-year-old that thinks his mom's a drug dealer because he spends all her money. But I agree. I don't think that it's realistic anymore for that, unless you got more than 2 young kids. Somebody needs to be home. 2, 3 young kids. Somebody needs to stay home. They need to stay home because we can't afford us both going to work and sending them kids to daycare. That's just not. That's also not feasible. Somebody should stay home. I don't know.
That's a big.
Somebody said Bennett from New Orleans was a free spirit, but Bennett had somewhere to live, though it did not have plumbing.
Yeah,
he had somewhere to live.
He did. He built that house too,
and he was able to go over to the thing to use the bathroom.
Are they still married? Bennett and
I don't think
no.
No.
But she was willing to let him have the soft life.
Yeah, she was a doctor. She was a doctor in Virginia, in Richmond, and it didn't work out. I think Bennett moved to Richmond, Virginia, with her for a while. He was doing some like solar energy sales or whatever things, maybe solar panels, and it didn't work out. Matter of fact, I believe that the story goes that she cheated on Bennett with somebody else, maybe the guy that she's married to now.
Oh, she married now too?
I think she's dating somebody who married her, something like they engaged, and Bennett went back down to New Orleans. But where do we ever get to where if 2 people are working in a relationship, why aren't they working together to take care of each other? Why one has to have a soft life and one have to have a hard life? Or why do we have to be able to retire one or the other? Should we not be working together so we can get this thing going in the right direction together?
Well, for me, when I think about soft life, I don't think about somebody taking care of me. For me, when I think about soft life, I feel like someplace that I can call home, that I can be soft, that I can be vulnerable, because I am a boss and everything I do, I am in control. So for me, a soft life looks like someone that I love. And when I get home, I don't have to have this cape on that I wear every day, all day, that I can actually be like, I'm sad and I want to cry. And I can be like, I'm happy, let's be joyous. But I don't think that's for me what a soft life looks like. I know nothing but
money.
Huh?
But that has nothing to do with money. That has something to do with a person's presence.
But you were just asking about the soft life situation. And for me, that's what a soft life looks like for me.
Gotcha. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't look like necessarily money. Because like I said, my late husband, he ain't make no money. Okay. I was even paying for his entrepreneur stuff when things was going bad. But I also feel like he was not what I needed also as it comes to vulnerability and being able to come home and relax and just feel supported and loved. So for me, that's what soft life looks like for me. I don't know. That's what it looked like for me. Because I can take care of my own shit. I've been doing it. I'm 48. I've been doing it since Royal was 20. So that's a long time. Okay. Or since I was 20, because Royal's 28. So I can do that. But it would be nice if somebody did.
Hey, somebody in the chat said 50-50. I'm not talking about 50-50 because my dad told me a long time ago when I got married 24 years ago. If you talk about 50-50, there's 2 50s that are still out there. So when you come together, it needs to be 100%. So I don't do 50-50 at all. What I do is we do 100-100. That bad boy come in the pot. We look at the budget, we take care of that, and we live accordingly within the means. I don't think people look at certain things. It is not a 50-50 lifestyle. And that's everybody's marriage is different. And I'm not going to want to get into that conversation. But again, it's not a 50-50 thing.
No.
But it's not a 50. It's not a 50-50 thing. But again, it's a lot of conversations that happen. And I see this on Instagram or TikTok. I see this on social media all the time. People are talking about it, and people are not talking about, hey, how we are better together. It used to be we're together. I'm not telling you to if this man got a certain job and you got a certain job. Artika said it earlier. If you're bringing in these 2 incomes together, it should never be 50-50. It should be 100-100. So now let's figure out how can we live good together. And I can meet your needs emotionally, physically. I ain't got to work as hard. You ain't got to work as hard. So we can come together in this thing. Not you over here, you over there. Let's take this all 100 and figure out how we both can live a comfortable life. Not necessarily so, but a comfortable life with us. Whether that means we paying all our debt, we live in debt free, and you ain't got to work as hard, and we can downsize because the house is paid for, the retirement is there. You know what I'm saying? I think somebody saw in the chat, Tabitha Brown retired her husband, right? But he was on the police force. He worked the police force.
Sorry, I was making Tabitha Brown money. My husband could not be a police officer.
Right. He was on the police force, so she wanted to make sure this man stayed around was safe. So
get somebody else to do it.
She became Tabitha Brown. I mean, she was always Tabitha, but for all of us, he was the one caring for everything. So why wouldn't she be like, my husband deserves to be retired now? Nah, you know, and not to mention all the whole, you know, Black Lives Matter and everybody else think that we don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, so why wouldn't she? I think that that's a good idea. And I'm looking in the comments, and you got one person that says soft life means you don't work, but women aren't ready to take care of the men. Says who, right? And then you have someone saying soft life means my salary is extra income, preferably for my enjoyment. LOL. But I mean, the fact of the matter is, everybody is making an assumption of what somebody else's soft life is like and what we would do once we got there. I don't know. I don't know. Listen, I just want to have joy and be loved and feel desired. Okay, that's it for me right now.
And that was my point. Everybody has a different definition of what soft life is, right? Soft life to me, it may not be. You know, some people like to work. Like some people just want to work. I met a guy yesterday I was talking to. He's like, I retired, but I think I need to go back to work because I don't want to be at home. I got enough money. I got this. I like to be doing something. Right? I may be just working in my garden every day. Or he was saying, I think he said he likes to go out into the barn and go out there and build stuff, right? And sell it. That's working for him. And another guy I know who's an accountant, he been talking about retiring for the last 10 years. But he likes to be an accountant. He like his clients coming to his office. He like talking to him. So again, and his wife is, and he's taken care of, and they live within their good means. So I think when you having those conversations with your spouse or whoever you're going to be with, and I say spouse because I think everything should be done in the confines of marriage. That's just my opinion. That y'all should have those conversations, all right? Soft life equals no struggle. Okay.
And what she said before that, she said soft life is rest, minimal worries, a balance in which joy and happiness play key roles. I would agree with that. So that's why soft life equals no struggle. It correlates with what she's saying. I would agree with that.
I agree with that, but you know what? I eliminate my own worries, right? If it's a financial worry, we can eliminate that, right?
But I think that's what she means. Like collectively, we are eliminating those worries.
But collectively, we didn't bring that worry. Now, when I marry you, we can agree to eliminate the worries of financial struggle. Ain't nobody tell you about you buy a car you can't afford. Ain't nobody tell you live in a house. That's a whole different.
I think that when we talk collectively, I talk collectively, I'm thinking when we are together. That's what collective looks like.
Yeah.
I'm not thinking I'm a single woman and you're a single man. I'm thinking we are now together, and collective looks like the two of us bonding together. Whenever I say collectively, that's what I mean. Not what I've done outside of you. I mean what we do together and what it looks like, because that's when soft life or difficult things occur and you want it easy. It's when you have someone. These people are wanting to be in relationship with someone else. They're not saying I want this. I mean, I would love the soft life as the single woman that I am, but that's not something that, I mean, that is something that I have because I create my own life. I choose how I live for myself. But most people are talking about when they get into somebody. So I feel like it's a collective in that instance, bro. Not like I'm bringing my shit with us. I'm talking when we get together. Now I might have had this and you might have had that, and we've had that financial conversation that we just talked about a minute ago. And now that we're together, now how does it look for both of us to be joyous and enjoy our lives and get to a place that looks like desire? You know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah, I agree with that. I agree. There's that collective soft life. I think she said on the last one, but when we are together, we make decisions that benefit the household in pursuit of this collective soft life. Yeah, you make the benefits together. That benefit has to come. It has to be two people working together to create an atmosphere that benefits both of them. And so that's that. I love the collectiveness. The collectiveness is where it's supposed to be at. Because if you're coming in, you got 60,000, and I got 60,000 in the bank, and you got $60,000 student loan. Guess what? My 60,000 go take care of your student loan, and now we good.
Mm-hmm.
That's the
in Quan and Carla and Juan.
Quan.
Quan and Waller.
Wancho.
In their separation, that ain't good right
That's
now.
not collective.
Wancho said he got bills and he ain't got time.
He got a lot of stuff. In a minute, he probably gonna be rich like that dude from Love is Blind. Did y'all watch Love is Blind? The one guy who kept talking about his money. What is it?
I watched that one episode. I didn't even finish that first episode. Ooh. He got on my nerves 10 minutes into that episode, and I had to cut it off.
To review the whole thing, okay? Like I was ready.
Yeah,
that threw me. That was too much work at one time because I was ready to start recording again and having to do all them back to back to back. I was like, oh yeah, I need to break.
I wanted to fight him because he would not shut up.
True. Hey, don't need people stressed out. But I can't remember his name from Married at First Sight. I watched the whole episode, and I was proud of you, Talisa, because you did a good job reviewing, and you was consistent.
A lot. I don't know what I was thinking. I tell you this. If I got to catch up like that again, you can forget it. That's why I ain't been recording nothing because that wore me out. You understand me? I had to do like 4 or 5 in the row. And then, it was too much.
Because the people be watching all the Love is Blinds and then be like, let's talk about it. You be like, I am on episode 2. Cut it out.
I ain't saying like I binge watched. Let's move on to Camille and Thomas.
Okay.
Y'all got Camille crying on these episodes. Dr. Pepper got Camille.
Yeah, and Thomas be crying every episode.
Yeah, she got Camille having shedding a tear. I usually don't cry. Thomas said it's okay.
I was glad he was rubbing her little back.
He was rubbing her back. He was trying to make her feel comfortable.
More than rubbing her back.
Hey, Tommy, go ahead. Hey, Tommy, so you move. Tommy, you got the comments, so you and Tartika go first about Camille and Thomas.
I gotta find my notes.
I don't got much to say about them, man. They I like them. You know, dude,
don't say it like Quad.
I like that. Nah, they're a cool couple. They're doing everything they need to do. I love the way Camille communicates. She doesn't make things feel like once she got past the he not black enough, she like now has calmed down and really I think they can move forward with a lot of things and start to enjoy each other and learn each other more. But I really like the way she communicates because I think she does that really well. And Thomas is laid back enough to take the criticism, but also open enough to give criticisms when he need to. And it's never mean, you know, it's never in a you type of deal. I'm looking forward, which sounds crazy, looking forward if we get to that point, their arguments. Like what would they argue about? You know, because we all know married people, they argue. Me and RT could be arguing. Well, we don't argue. We have disagreements. And then whenever I'm right,
argue.
I like to be, you know, I just smile and just be like, told you. And keep it going. But you know, for them,
make you feel better.
It does make me feel better. It does make me feel better. But for them, I think it's going to be interesting to see how they resolve their disagreements and stuff like that. So that's about all I got.
I agree, K-Woo. I'm happy we stopped talking about the black card. It was getting on my nerves. I didn't really write a lot of notes about them. Like, they just gotta continue on this path that they on, like talking to each other, getting to know each other. Seems like they're the only ones that got the lesson to write the letter to their younger selves, because everybody else is kind of just like, we got other isolated issues we got to figure out. It don't matter what your younger self thinks. You need to get to the root of what's going on today. But yeah, I think I said no about Camille and Thomas, but I guess I'll be happy to be wrong about them. That'll be it.
Y'all do know when the black thing stopped, right?
Yeah, we know.
Oh, okay.
When the black thing went in. I hope he put it down so that she could shut up.
Yeah,
he did put it down because she bought him some rings.
She brought him
earrings and then was like, man, I would get you a necklace, but
I gotta get my money up.
You've been rocking them earrings
more
too.
swag. You know what I'm saying? Give you a little
Right.
swag. That's what
She like
wants.
when we both not paying rent somewhere, boo, you getting the chain next.
Right.
You want to go? You want
Now,
to go, Glenn?
now you can go ahead. Go ahead, Talisa.
I wrote down all I wrote was they are the only couple that seem to be working. One of the things I said, him having less swag was her biggest issue with him until they went ahead and did the thing that they did. Now she's feeling a little more comfortable. I also feel like she a little freaky, so she ready to get, for some impact play, some wax play, some some silk. Look, you after I tell you what all that is, if you want me to tell you, Tommy, I see you looking. And then
No, I just looked up so y'all got my attention.
But I said I think her biggest issue with him now is gonna be she's not gonna feel like he's a leader. She's not gonna feel like he knows how to lead, if that makes sense. Like he's busy just trying to make sure that her desires are met, but she wants somebody. She's gonna want somebody who's going to be able to speak up for themselves in more of a assertive way. I don't know, more of a more with more depth to them. You know what I'm saying? Like he is. I like the way that he communicates. Like I love that. And I'm all like, I like Thomas. I like that they're able to have communications, but I think that she's going to want someone. In a minute, her biggest issue is going to be he don't stand up enough for himself. If that makes sense. If what I'm trying to say makes sense. Like she's the one in control of everything. You know what I mean? Like she's going to feel like he needs to be have more I don't want to say control, but be able to speak up more. I'm trying to find the right words to give what I'm saying, but he seems to let her lead, make her make all the decisions. She's gonna need that, but I feel like he's only right now showing us what she wants. But there's so much more to him that we haven't gotten a chance to see because he wants to make sure that he likes her. I mean, that she likes him and that she's into him because he likes her. And I was like, y'all see his body when she had to give him that little stretch with his little hamstrings and he was on that floor. I said, ooh, baby, listen. You better be careful there, Camille. That man ain't gonna play no games with you. I looked at his legs and his booty was like he worked out, his little arms and stuff. He looked like, yes, I don't like that life, but I might have given him a chance because he, got a decent job. Okay, listen.
He don't work his hamstrings out though.
He needs to work his hamstrings out. And he probably a little vanilla in the bedroom. He gonna need to get a little more extra stuff going. When I say vanilla, I don't mean light skin. I mean vanilla like plain.
But she said she's willing to teach him. She's willing to teach him.
Huh?
She said she was willing to teach him. When they was talking to Dr. When it was going to the episode where she was talking about, we had sex now, but whips and chains. He was looking like, whoa.
Yeah, she gonna need to teach him. He seemed a little like, well, what you mean? Okay, she probably just won't doggy style right now, sir. I don't.
Probably.
Right. It's just he's just vanilla, and I'm sure. I don't think that there's an issue with whether or not he's well endowed, because she was happy to share that they had been intimate. I think that he does not have the experience that she wants. I have a girlfriend that dates a lot of non-Black men. And now she's all like, I want to just date Black men because when I sleep with these non-Black men, it is so different, when it comes to the rhythm and what they know and how they focus on me. And I feel like he's been dating non-Black women. And so they don't always have the same rhythm and they might be freaky, but not necessarily. I don't know how to explain what I'm thinking, but y'all get it. That's all I got.
Yeah, I thought it was nice for him to, for Dr. Pepper to talk about her. We started to understand Camille some more about her childhood and how she had to raise her siblings and that motherly figure that she has that's there and why she is, I don't want to call her stern, but why she is structured, real structured for some of the things that she do. I think the word to Lisa, when you was talking, all I heard was like she need Thomas to be more assertive, not necessarily aggressive, but more assertive.
Not
and
aggressive, but assertive. Yeah.
Yeah, be assertive and stick to your guns. If you say we're going out to dinner at 6 o'clock, guess what? I need you to be ready at 5:45. You're like, hey, boo, let's go. We got reservations, instead of sitting there just letting us be late. Yeah, I think that's what she's looking for. She's looking for him to be able to just step up. And she said that like on a honeymoon, like I need a guy who kind of leads me a little bit and takes me down that road. And Thomas needs to, and leading doesn't always mean vocal neither, right? Leading doesn't always mean vocal. Leading sometimes is showing up, being there, and doing things. Not necessarily with your lips. Because if you walk around the house all day and say, I'm the man, do you really have to tell yourself that? Because you already know that you're the man, right? So you should just be able to lead quietly without necessarily being boisterous or loud. And she needs Thomas to do those type of things that are thoughtful, that are what she likes without having to say anything, right? And so meeting her where she's at, whether that's making the bed every morning, whether that's taking out the trash without being asked, whether that's having dinner ready when she comes home, right? Just those type of roles, not necessarily, because in this day and age, 2024, most families don't have specific roles that a man do or women do. I think everybody's diverse, right, in the roles that they have. And so I think she's looking for that type of assertiveness from Thomas. Like, you know what? I'm staying home tonight with you. Or, you know what? We're going out to eat, or we're going to a concert. And just surprising her and just doing those type of things without asking. So those are the things I think she's looking for him. And I think he can. I like them together. At first, I'm like, this may not work out.
Yeah.
But now, like, you know what? I enjoy seeing them on camera because I'm like, he likes her. She really likes him. And production's trying to make something up to get them not like each other. And you can't do it because they're both down to earth. They're sensible and they know how to communicate. And I think that's what makes them likable. That's what makes them caring. And that what makes you invested as a fan in their relationship to see where it goes because they're both likable people.
Yep.
I like that she said, this is the healthiest relationship I've ever been in.
Because you ain't messing with nobody.
I don't know what that was, but it stuck with me. What you was going to say, Glenn? You was going to say something crazy, wasn't you?
She's not worried about them going to jail.
Yeah, right. She ain't worried about them going to jail or getting locked up because she wanted a thug. This dude ain't with. Look, first Thomas probably get us a parking ticket or a speeding ticket.
You better be glad she got Thomas because Thomas got it going on for himself. Okay, Thomas got a good job. Y'all saw him in that suit. He looked nice in that suit and still wore his little earrings. I was like, all he needed is some roses.
So y'all know Thomas getting questions at work. They're like, where you get them earrings from? Oh, my girl brought me those. My
wife. Yeah.
Because y'all know Thomas wouldn't have no earrings when he first got to work. Somebody like, Thomas, my wife
probably blushed the first time somebody said something about it.
She's gonna change the way he looked. She's gonna give him that way she looked and then thank him with dinner and foreign exchange. She about to make him exactly what she want him to be. Because when he put on that Rolex chain and she was like, yeah, his shoulders, he seemed more relaxed. He got a little more bounce to him when he walked. I mean, he did. He did give you more of what it is she likes. So she gonna change a little bit of how he looks.
Thomas got a little bit more swag in his life, but I like them too. I think they're going to go places. Anything else y'all have on Thomas and Camille?
No, I didn't write nothing about these people for real.
Right. I made that up on the side.
All right.
We had one couple that everybody been waiting on to talk about.
And that's what we hear now. We had Ike and MM, Kishi and MM. And I want to get y'all thoughts on this one because we started off right with Pastor Cal talking to Ikeshi, right? And this Negro, I'm gonna use the word Negro, had the nerve to say he was not disrespectful. He had the nerve to say, if you act like an a-hole, then I'm gonna call you an a-hole. And I'm sitting here thinking, I know why your mama sent you to live with your daddy. She got
why your daddy put you out?
She got tired of your mouth because you don't know what to say.
she sent him to his daddy because he was acting too much like her.
You
too much like her.
You speak before you even think. So here we go. And I was just Talisa. No. we started with August love story a few minutes ago. I saw you look down, so I was like, you know what? She reading her notes.
I was reading my notes, trying to see what
I say what you needed to say from last week too, since we missed it.
Yeah. So Talisa, the floor is yours.
So okay, so I'm first gonna say something that's not gonna sound good and nobody's gonna like it. One of the things he said, I actually kind of agreed with. Y'all can be mad at me right now, and that's the only thing that I'm gonna agree with right now. Where it go? I had it written down. He was like, whenever she asks me a question, I give her an answer, and that answer is not good enough. Like she wants more, and he don't have more to give. Right? It's she needs a more detailed answer than he is providing. And I had to agree, like, because every time she asked him something, he'd be like, yeah, I like pears. And then she would be like, I'm making that up. Yeah, I like pears. Oh, well, what do you like about pears? Like, you just asked me if I like pears. And I just
told you I like pears.
So in that instant, that I think is the only thing that I'm going to agree with him in. She is very direct and really wants an answer. I'm also going to agree with him with this one other thing. It didn't matter who they picked. She was going to make sure that they got married. But that's the point of Married at First Sight. I introduce you to somebody. I give you a husband and you're supposed to make it work. And now that she was with him, she was attracted to him. But now here's where I got a problem. Now let's talk about my issue. My issue is the fact that we didn't know. I think we did talk about it the last time I was here. We talked about her being aggressive, rubbing on his booty, and her not liking that. Y'all remember in the bed, and he'd be like, "Oh, get off of me," or whatever, at the honeymoon. But what I didn't like is how he rejected her after she said, well, he the one put my hand on his penis on his crotch. So you made it like me saying, let's take a shower together after the second day would be okay. Just because we took a shower don't mean we screwing. I just want you to see how good I look.
We had two other couples that I remember vividly had showers. One of them had a shower scene.
Yeah,
Nate and Stasha shower scene should have been on Cinemax in the middle of the night.
And even
Woody also had a shower together and didn't have sex.
Right, and they had shorts on. They had a swimsuit.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know which one of them had swimsuits on, but that was a thing. So for me, again, I'm going to the place like I didn't want to say that the man didn't like women. I'm going back to the place that he must be asexual, like, and really has to be attracted to you in that way, because after he said, oh no, I'm not interested, now she a problem. Everything is a problem. Everything is too direct because she is saying that she wants to be with you, and what is it that you like and what is it that you want. I don't like the way his energy is when he comes in. I don't like the way that he just don't like, I'm good. Like, is that all you got? Like, she's like, you don't even want to have a conversation with me. You don't even want to have a conversation so that we can work out whatever our issue is. Like, I'm not even worth that for you. Also, I was like, who you calling an asshole? Because I might not have hit him, but then again, I might have threw something. But that day he would have heard every word that I knew how to curse, and I got a good curse vocabulary. Y'all would think that I was David the way I would have gave it to that man. He would have been all kinds of stuff. I would have talked about his sexuality and wouldn't have called him asexual. I would have said a whole lot of things because that's what he deserved. And then when we go to that dinner, Oh wait, no, before the dinner. Right? What was that happened before the dinner where he after the asshole, and then he left. He left and ain't respond, said she's sending messages and calling. I wouldn't have been doing that no more. She do that. She doing a lot. She putting a lot more effort in it. That
I would have sent a couple of messages, but they would have been very different. They would have. They would have not been like, "Where are you?"
It would not be. You know, hey, is everything okay? Are you coming back? It wouldn't have been none of that. It would have been like, poor Quad. Cover Quad's ears.
He not listening at all. He playing.
Because it would have been fuck you and your mama too. Take your ass back to Texas, motherfucker. Like that's what it would have been coming out of my mouth. I'm just gonna tell you the truth. And he probably would have been all kind of bitchs. You know what I'm saying? I would not have been as eager to continue this relationship that she wants to continue because, you know, I feel like he's got some differences. He's got some things he wants to work out. That's not for me. That's not for me. So when he left, that would have been fine. I would have went to the 1 month anniversary. I probably already would have cursed him out. He probably would not have shown up. He wouldn't have came in there with that attitude because he would have been like, oh, she with the shits. That's what he would have said. But he went in there and not only was he disrespectful to her, but he was disrespectful to everybody at the table. Now, I understand, too. I'm one of those people who when you say, I don't want to talk about something, I'm going to be like, okay. But I feel like Allan was like, because Allan liked her, you know, Allan liked MM or something. I feel like Allan was wanting to know what the problem was because I feel like he got a low key, he got a thing for MM. You know what I'm saying? So he was really like trying to figure it out. Like, yo, what's your problem? This is a good woman. Like, I don't understand what the issue is. But, you know, Allan probably got a little money like MM got. And I think one of the biggest things, because he keeps talking about how she makes him feel less than, that's his own thing. We talked about that. We talked about that when he went to her house. You feel inferior because she makes all that money and she's doing well for herself. And she understands and she is direct and she is ambitious and knows what she wants. And you don't. You just here because you want to sell your book. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I feel like I am disappointed that MM was like, can you move back to the apartment? Like, for me, that was like, why would you do that, sis? I know you really want to be married. Like you keep saying, I really want to be married. I came here because I want to be married, but you do not want to be married to somebody that does not want to be with you. And everything that he is doing says that he does not like you. Everything he is doing is like Michelle for me, is like Madison for me. He does not like you, does not want to be with you. There is nothing that he is saying that is making me feel like he wants to make this work. What are you doing? Cut him off. Tomorrow I'm just going to be like, okay, I'm quiet. That's it. That's why it's got to be production that's saying that you got to be in this place together and that you can't be divorced. I wrote down, he's the asshole. That's what I wrote down. I wrote down.
I'm happy I'm not the only person who write in their notes like they talking to themselves.
Like you're talking to yourself, right?
Yeah, because I did. I wrote down, he's an asshole. I did also write down, I like Dr. Pia probably the most. I like her more than Dr. Pepper. I like her more than Pastor Cal. I think that she's a great addition. Except for when she was like, y'all need to work. When they were sitting there together and they was like, y'all need to work it out. Why we need to work this out? This is nothing good. Ain't nothing good about this. Ain't nothing good about this. Okay, I think that's it. I wrote down she absolutely needs more dialogue and understanding, and he's unable to provide that for her. He does not know how to express himself, share his feelings, be vulnerable. He doesn't know how to even talk and hold a conversation with somebody regularly. He just wants y'all to sit there outside quiet and paint all the time.
Hey, before August love story goes, I'm gonna play you guys a clip and I want your opinion on this. All right. I want you guys' opinion on this. Hold on one sec. Here we go.
Sometimes that she kind of made me feel small, like I don't have enough, or I don't do enough.
More. I need to know more about that.
Just how she acts. I don't feel like I'm a partner. I just feel like I'm an extra in the dream that is her.
When I saw this part, and I had questions, and I think Keisha Knight Pulliam asked a question. He never gave a direct answer. How
Don't know
do
to.
how do she make you feel small and like you're not a part when you're the one separating yourself and leaving from the house that you're in? Is it because she has a nice house? Is it because she has 4 TVs in a bedroom? Is it because that her air fryer pulls down from the front like an oven? How is, because to me things changed when he went to her house. When he realized that she is not broke, busted, and disgusted, but when he realized that this lady is a baller and she has some things that I do not have. What MM said to her, or what MM also said on after party, was that he does not have any friends or family in Chicago. So if you don't have any friends or family in Chicago, and this woman's making you feel small, who are you getting advice from? Who are you talking to? Tell me, how did she make him feel small? Did we miss something? Talisa, how did MM make him feel small? By just having things?
Yeah, that was it. It's his own inferior complex. It ain't got nothing to do with her. It don't have nothing to do with her. It's his own shit. And I was reading the comments, and I don't remember. Somebody said he said he needed to come on here to be fixed. He needs therapy. He got issues. He needs therapy so that he can really figure out what type of person he wants to be with. Because he definitely does not want to be with someone who is strong, has their life together, understands what they want and desire out of life. It's just not. No.
4 TVs, a karaoke machine, and lights.
And the beautiful views. Don't forget the beautiful views. Honey, I would have been in love. I like men, but I would have been in love with him in my own self.
Do I need to sleep in your bed, or is the guest room okay?
Yeah. What would you like? And what do you want for dinner today? Like what?
That's too.
Because I know
How
how to
you
make
like your chicken season?
You know, I didn't get a chance to make them tacos for the housewarming, but you know what? I want you to try them. So I'm going to the store today. Is there anything special that you want along with this? Like, what are we talking about?
That man, it's a submissive type thing. It's like, man, I want to lead, but then I can't lead this woman anywhere because of her status. Her status is higher than mine. Her paycheck is bigger than mine. She's more established than I am in this city. And I'm like, bro, like all those things are common sense.
And I don't think that she needs you to make more money than her to be the leader in her house. Like, I see a lot of comments saying she don't care who the man was. You can't when you go home married at first sight.
Right.
You don't get a choice in this. They pick for you. So they do all these whatever they do to get you, like, to match the people. And they say you would work well with this person because of X, Y, and Z, whatever that may be. We have to keep at the basic level of these people are desperate.
Mm-hmm.
And he's double desperate because he done did this in multiple cities, or tried in multiple cities.
Try.
So there's a level of desperation there that says, for her, this is my shot. I'm going to try to make it work with whoever I get. Oh, it happens to be a guy that I actually find attractive. Cool. Let's see what we can do with that. But, excuse me. When you look at it from the standpoint of being upset that your wife likes you, that your wife is like, oh, you know, we could take a shower together after you were sexually suggestive with her. It really seems like you just needed something to get you out of this. And this is what I'm going to pick. And I'm just going to keep moving the goalposts, because he said that she made him feel small on the show. She tries to do all these things as if she is his wife, because she is. And then he gets on after party and was like, I ain't like the way she talked about somebody else. And so Keisha was like, did you say something to her about it? And he was like, nah, she should know. N-word. Really, my boy? She
Insert N-word here.
Right.
She should know. And you should know that you too could go get that same air fryer that she has.
That dude there, man, is something else, man. He's I don't know what else it is to say about this guy, man. Like, he don't like her, but he can't just outright say that. I think he does have issues with communication because the way he holds conversations. If I'm talking to you and the only thing you're saying to me is okay, or I get a one-word answer, or you like, I just want to sit here and be quiet, I'm not talking to you for too much longer. You know?
That when she asked him about the vows and he said, I meant what I said when I said it. And her follow-up question was, so do you not mean it now? And he just repeats the same statement. I probably would have threw something at him at that moment too.
And you know, he could have
just
been like, I meant what I said then because I didn't know the person. And now that I know you, he could have said something.
Yeah,
he could have said something.
He said, I don't like you now.
He ain't gonna never
anything. Like, give me an answer. I ask you a question, and like, I tell the kids this all the time. Like, if I ask you a question, respond back to me.
Right.
That was not a response.
Oh,
like,
no.
you just came up with something, and it's like, bruh, like, what is your problem?
Yeah. And
he needs to get out of his own feelings. What happened is when you're in your own feelings and you looking or have expectations of something, and you have not dealt with a strong, independent woman before, he don't know how to handle it. And what I mean by not know how to handle it is, you still got to be respectful. You still got to be loving, because MM said it. She said, I will submit to my husband. Right? I'm not going to disgrace you for what you have when we get into this relationship. Just like I wouldn't want you to disgrace me for what I have when I get in this relationship if I make less than you. It is that we're in this relationship. We can't pick and choose in this situation. I'm going to give the best that I have and try to make this bad boy work. She was willing to submit to him, and she only came on to him because he came on to her, and then he pulled the brakes. I have no problem with him pulling the brakes, right? Because if it was vice versa, if a woman had came onto a man, if a man had came onto a woman and she pulls the brakes, we all be like, hey, she didn't want to go that further. Well, let's respect it. So I respect the fact that he doesn't want to go any further in the relationship sexually. I don't like the fact how he's treating her because of it.
And I think that she was receptive to the no sex thing, right?
Right.
But okay, we're not having sex. You don't want to talk to me. Why are you here?
Why are you here?
And Fuller Living just said, does anyone on the panel think that there's value in MM? I lost it. Can you
giving this marriage another chance?
Oh no,
okay.
we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there because I think this is. We're gonna build up to that.
And say hell no.
Yeah.
No. Because when they ask, like, when he's all like, "Yeah, I want to get to know you" or whatever, right? I want to do whatever he keeps saying if I want to get to know her. The question should have been, well, how? How are you going to get to know me? You don't have no questions. You don't want to talk. You give one word answers. So what is that going to look like? Are we just going to sit here together and watch TV? Do you want me to sit in the room while you do your painting and play your music? What is it that would make you think that I'm getting to know you? Furthermore, for him to be like, women in the South don't act like this. Women in the South are just as aware of the things that they want and who they are just as fucking direct as MM. So he's lying.
Yeah, he's definitely lying. I think. What was that, Tommy?
I said I wish he stopped bringing up that South thing, man. Because like this is stupid.
Look, I'm as Southern as they come, and
I'm from South LA. Like,
it's stupid for him to even say that. So he needs to get to the point where, how else I'm going to know you? Like, ask questions. I think he's just a person that don't like people to ask questions, because when you ask questions, you catch a person in a lie.
Yeah,
he feel like her asking questions insults his intelligence, which it doesn't insult your intelligence. I need to get to know you. It's not like we traditionally date, and I need to know some things about you. And you're giving me you're not giving me everything. You don't have any baby pictures, right? You don't have none of this stuff. So, like at this point, why don't you have any stuff, right? Where's your stuff? What are you trying to hide?
Excuse me.
What happened to his baby pictures?
I think they got rid of them. He don't have no, like she said on after party, she was asking for stuff, and he's hiding stuff. Like he can't find the pictures, or they don't have them, or he don't have no family here. He's by himself in Chicago. He's just there. It seemed like he's there just for the show.
Whole internet out here.
He is.
And you can't ask your mama to send you a picture message.
Right? Yeah, so something, right? So shoot, in this day and age, I'd be leery if I was to date somebody that ain't got no pictures.
I was like, I hate saying he asexual. He probably like the men too.
Yeah.
Without sex.
Yeah.
Right, without the sex, but he like, because you see, he didn't have no problem having a conversation with Pastor Cal. I was like, what? Why couldn't you have a full-on conversation with MM? Because that's exactly what that is. It is a casual conversation that you're having. And I just find it that weird.
Somebody said he told his mom to.
So shit. What happened?
They said he told his mom to burn them. Now, what mother burns their pictures?
Ain't no way. My kids to be like, burn my pictures. I'd be like, you get out my face.
Talisa,
is that why? Because all the pictures of him as a little girl. Look, I don't.
Hey, Talisa, that's what I'm thinking. Maybe transition. I don't know.
Maybe transition. Because I'm all like, Lord, forgive me, but no, maybe he's a trans man. I don't know.
Why would you? And what mother would burn all pictures? I know parent. Jack the other day was finding pictures from like 10, 15 years ago on old computers and stuff, looking at the kids. And so people don't throw that stuff away. And what parent listens to a child? I have a problem with him. Again, I don't want my teenage daughter said sassy. I said he's real sassy. He's real smart with his tongue, right? And he gives off as if my stuff don't stink. When anytime you can tell Pastor Cal I wasn't disrespectful.
Like he don't know.
Like he don't know, but when is calling a woman an a-hole not disrespectful, right? When is it that you causing a whole riot, not riot, but you inciting this dinner or going to a dinner just to fight or to be seen on TV, not being disrespectful? When you do these things, you're being disrespectful, right? And if you call her an a-hole on camera, can we imagine what he called her when the cameras were not rolling? All right, when we didn't see what was going on.
What did Miss Seeley say? Until you do right by me. He got to figure it out, because it's just blatant lies, and then getting frustrated because someone is willing to do the things that you guys signed on the dotted line to do. Be married, live together, attempt to work this thing out.
She's trying to be intimate with you. And that's my thing was when he kept saying, I'm not trying to have sex. She just wants intimacy. Again, if you just lay there and hold her or let her cuddle you, remember he didn't want her to cuddle. Oh, my mama gonna watch this, right?
If he just talked to her.
Just talk to her.
That's the thing.
Yeah, because he also don't want to talk to her either.
Yeah, if he just talked to her or make dinner and stand in there and have a conversation, because dinner, normally you making dinner, it's easy to have a conversation because I don't know what it is about the kitchen and cooking. Everybody who does it, we all tend to be a place that we can connect, right? I don't understand. I'm not understanding, and I'm a little upset with her again because she was like, before their meeting with Pastor Cal and Dr. Pia, she was like, I deserve an apology. He owes me an apology. And if he doesn't give me an apology, then I'm done. Well, he never apologized. Did I miss it? Did he apologize to her?
No.
He apologized.
Okay, because when they asked, she was like, okay, I'm with it. And I'm all like, girl, listen.
But this goes to this clip because I want y'all to hear this about her as well. Because she ain't always innocent. I got problems.
Like, you have done everything in your power. You've been nice. And he's treated you poorly. He's called you out of your name. He's made inflammatory comments. Why do you still want to be with him?
There's a chance that he has not realized that these are defense mechanisms for him.
Like, you have...
Are they defense mechanisms or is it just him? And at this point, why do she still want to be with him?
He is the defense mechanism.
I'd have been happy if she said the check that y'all giving me. I'd have been so satisfied with that answer. Because it's like, man, you sit here, you look at this, you know you don't need to be with this guy. You don't want to be with this guy. Like something's wrong with this guy because there's no reason he doesn't have anybody that he can talk to. He don't have no pictures of himself. He basically trying to erase his past. What are you running from? This man don't talk to you. He don't want to talk to you. And you sitting up here talking about it's a defense mechanism. What's wrong with you? You know, like call a spade a spade. I'm doing it for the check. You know,
it's not like she's not an attractive woman. Like she's attractive, she's brilliant. I don't know if she's like funny, but those two things put her up high. And so it ain't like when this is over, they ain't gonna be running down that the African men who are, I can't remember which tribe she from, but it ain't like they ain't gonna be looking for her now.
Yeah. Like, man, like she's
might
not
be the wrong ones.
She's
now,
not
she willing to take a lot more than
she's not an ugly. She's a very attractive woman.
I think she's attractive. I think she's at least a 7.
Yeah, I think she's attractive.
But attractive wasn't the word I was looking for. It's she's desirable. You know what I'm saying? She's a very desirable woman because it's like you're looking at the things that she can bring. What is she bringing to the table? You know what I'm saying? Like nobody wants like a Carla, but I would take MM over Carla any day.
Yeah, Carla, she like a blonde, whatever how they call blonde. You know, we know
right.
Like, there's an absence in her brain somewhere.
get some energy.
She better get the other side of that equation.
And I'm looking and High Vibe is like doesn't have a healthy self-esteem. Shonda's like she's giving desperate. Sharon is like, if you feel like an extra in her dream, maybe you feel inadequate and she had nothing to do with it. She's ruining her own reputation, is what K-Wu is saying. Like, I can see that maybe she's putting all this effort in because she hasn't had any success previously, but I need her just to be like, okay, and start doing like he do. Like her answers just be good. Yeah,
good.
That's not irritating to y'all. Like that brother just be like,
the thing that
I gave an answer that just sounds like an answer. Like you asked, what's today? He say, red.
The day after yesterday.
Yeah.
Like what?
Well, when was it Pastor Cal that says that like your art,
that's
and
Pastor
your
Cal.
Science, and I'm like, and Negro, we all know how to read. What are we saying here? Because if he's art is expressive. Art does not say dumb stuff like I meant what I said when I said it and can't elaborate. Art is literally the elaboration of it.
Man, the biggest issue that I have with Ikechi is you're 41 years old and you don't know how to hold a conversation with the opposite sex, with your wife, with another person, a person that you don't necessarily like. You're not mature enough to have a conversation with a person that you is not interested in or makes you feel a certain. You're not mature enough to actually say, hey, I have a problem because I feel away because of the things that she has. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing in this world that I wouldn't say if it bothered me. You know what I'm saying?
You are absolutely right about that.
And I ain't even made it to my 40s yet. But it's like, man, you look at that and you think about it and you're like, man, this dude is not mature enough to say the things that he needed to say to actually like be forward with this thing. You signed up for this. Nobody forced your hand. You wanted to be married. You knew it was a risk. The lady that they hook you up with may not be your type, but that's a part of the whole risk, man. And you sitting up here like, she makes me feel this way. As they were talking, he looked like a little puppy sitting there in trouble, waiting for the teacher to say something.
That's because he was talking to Pastor Cal, right? I think he has a problem with women because when he was talking to Pastor Cal, he didn't have a problem. He tried Pastor Cal Pastor Cal checked him like, yo, bro, you really? You think this is not what's the word? You don't think this is I know what you said, so don't try to play me. Like this is disrespectful. So he tried to get away with it in certain instances, but if you check him, he didn't come back with Pastor Cal all sassy like he did Dr. Pia.
Yeah.
When she checked him.
Man, man, it's disappointing. It's sad to see. It's frustrating that this man presents one person, but then when you're in it, you're seeing a whole different person. You know, it's frustrating because you're like, why did you follow this show? You know, you could have stayed in Texas and been happy.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're in a big city in a different part of the country, and you're like trying to figure it out. And then you jump on this show and can't have the conversations that you need to have. That's like that's unfair to MM, and then to the experts. It's like, why did they choose him? I gotta go back and watch the picking specials to see why they
not the picking specials.
I can't think of the name.
Matchmaking.
Yeah, matchmaking special to see why they chose him, man, because that don't make sense to me. You chase the show and then you don't try to make it work. That just don't make sense. That's all I got for him.
But it's like because he didn't get what he wanted. It's like Michelle, is like Madison, but he's just acting his out, right? Some of them are not acting it out as bad as he is. He's acting his disgust and distaste out. And you know, we talked about it, Tommy, and you talked about it. Let's get to the point where, you know, why would you let them? Why would you move in? Why would you agree? And why would Dr. Pia, Pastor Cal, them urge them to move back in with each other? Like, what kind of counseling is that? What kind of advice are you giving them to try to move back in with each other, right?
I'm trying to get y'all back on my production schedule the way I need you to be.
What are their goals in doing that? Because there's no way he says yes.
No.
You know, hey, Jackie.
Hi, Jackie.
There's absolutely no way that this team, this couple says yes on decision day. And so it's like, why? Like, what's the purpose? What are your end goal? What do you want them to be friends? Be able to talk to each other like that? The shot is gone. In my book, I may be wrong, but I doubt it.
They're just gonna sit in there and be quiet. She gonna say and have her face frowned up, and he just gonna keep saying the sky is red.
No, a storm is coming.
Or today is keys.
You know, I heard
I
somebody
went to work this morning.
I think Jackie said this when we was talking about it. What else was he gonna say? But yes, if he would have said no, it'd have been more questions. It would be more dialogue.
But I think we can respect a no more. And when they asked, if they said, well, why is no? He could have stayed. Could have said whatever he said to us on that phone that day. I'm sorry.
Go with her.
No. When he was moving his stuff out, that it wasn't working out.
Right.
That whatever I can't even remember what he said on the phone when he was pulling his stuff out and putting it and putting it in the Uber or whatever. Like whatever that was, that's what he should have shared. I sure can appreciate. I know that Michelle is not a good person, okay, but I appreciate the fact that she is honest about the way she feels.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah. You can appreciate honesty.
I can appreciate that more than anything else. Nobody else is as honest as Michelle. I don't think anybody, except for the one girl who left that time, the first day, right after the honeymoon. What was her name that time? Other than that, nobody else has been that honest.
Person.
She's a good person. Yes.
Alyssa. Alyssa. I am a good person. I like animals.
She didn't.
Other than that,
no shot.
Nobody else.
Nobody else. Nobody else.
Girl that left dude at the altar.
Well, yeah, but we don't know her though.
She saw that ponytail and was like, I can't do it.
I'm out.
I'm still mad that they keeping her a secret.
Yeah.
Me too. But she probably hired her a lawyer. She hired her a lawyer.
I'm definitely mad at that.
That's funny.
Yeah, though, so man, any other things you have on any of these couples? You know, I think K Wu asked, "Where's her cousin?" Man, she ain't tell her family because that boy don't want that smoke.
She ain't telling him nothing. Every time he asks, she gonna be like, "Work is good."
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Look, that cousin to curse him out.
Yeah.
My cousin is gonna have some words.
The friend
sight.
Because that's some serious words for her.
I'm waiting on this cheating scandal to come on and go.
Yeah, I'm gonna go on and go. I'm gonna go on and do a thing. If they do, I'm gonna do my own before we meet.
I knew. Well, let's see. Yeah, I know who it is, and I kind of knew based off I followed the person that was on Kojo who spilled the beans. But I'll tell you guys, just in case people don't want to know.
Yeah, I'm still gonna go on there because I'm gonna have a lot to say about how we find out all this stuff, like how they found out, who said what. I'm gonna have everything to say then.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Hey, so promote what you promoting, what you guys promoting, what you're working on. What we got?
Keeping my head above water, making a way if I can.
Damn, you say that like you just struggling.
Good times.
You got going on over there, Tommy?
Yeah, you got something to tell
Big
me,
kids.
You got something to tell me.
Y'all see, it took to the last 5 minutes for Quad to get up, and he is on his way back.
Quad said no nap today.
We Love Brew on Saturday mornings at 8:30 a.m. Eastern time. Join us. We talk about things. We laugh. We joke. Yeah, that's what we got.
Okay.
So Lisa, what we got?
I actually do have something. So I'm starting a virtual book club. If you guys are interested, and it's going to be called Black Book Joy. I think that's what I named it. If you are able to send me a message on Instagram or even on Facebook, let me know, because I am going to actually be putting up a link soon so that we can start. And what that looks like is 95% of the books we will read will be Black authors, and it will be all of the books, not just like nonfiction, but it'll be romance and erotica and thrillers and fantasy. If it's a Black person, we will read it. All are welcome, regardless of what your pronoun is. We are welcoming you. When I say we, I mean me. And we will meet once a month. So it's only one book for 12 months that you would read. And we got that. That's about 10 minutes a day, actually, that you would read in order to catch up. And then also, if you want to listen to an audiobook, who am I to tell you how to read your books? That ain't for me. So if you're interested, I'm going to start in February.
What's the first book? You know it yet?
I don't know yet. But next week, when I'm here and we talk again, I will know what book we will read next week, what it is. Yeah, I'm super excited about it because that's really all I do is read. That's probably why I don't watch no shows and why I don't do no reviews, because I be busy reading. I mean, when I say I read, I be reading, baby. I be reading. Right now, I'm reading 2 books at a time. So yeah. But I'm coming. Yeah, yes, D, yes. Okay, I will. I know you follow me on Instagram. So it will come up next week. It will have a link for you to click so that you can join. All of the things. It's, maybe it will be Ike's location. I'm just kidding, because baby, no.
I wouldn't even give him my free Audible credit.
Y'all joking. I really wanted to read this book and just break it down one day as a video for content.
Did you?
Read
I would. Just for content.
I think you should read it, and I'm gonna come and I'm gonna comment.
I will break it down just for content.
I'm not gonna read it.
Tomato.
I'm not gonna read it. I'm gonna support you. My IG is I am Talisa Ray. So it's my name and I am in the front. I am Talisa Ray. And I think I have blonde hair. It may not be red. I think it's blonde right now on there. I'm over here eating chips.
That book came from ChatGPT.
Shoot, man. I want to write a book with ChatGPT.
I think ChatGPT is amazing. I'm not saying that the quality of the book would be bad. I'm just saying
I
that
won't
I'm
buy
not buying anything to put a penny in his pocket.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
But
you
if
know I'm not gonna buy that book. I'm not gonna buy that book.
If I came out with a book, I would hope that y'all would buy it.
I would absolutely buy it, and I would tell all my subscribers and everybody that follows me on all my social media, whatever it is, to buy it.
I appreciate that.
I just hope Libby got this book because I'm out of Audible credits that you pick out for the first book. I cancel Audible for the 17th time.
Hey, how about have Audible with a teenager and your books? You go in there, there's romance novels, and you be like, "Hold up, I ain't got this book."
I've been reading a lot of romance novels. I don't have no Audible. I got some, but I haven't used them. But I've been reading a lot of romance novels. That's probably the problem.
Make your May book Kennedy Ryan's new book that come out in May.
Oh, okay. Let me write that down. So maybe that's what we can read.
It's the third book in the Skyland series. I know you read the first one.
And the second one.
Okay, I've read both of them too. So the third one come out in May.
Hey, Kay, well, if you create a coloring book, I would definitely buy it.
Me too.
I got people that like the color in my house.
I like the color.
Anything to keep them off of the wall.
Definitely buying a coloring book. Jack Dylan, we just working. Like I said, we're still working on episodes of Matrimony Thought that was hopefully try to get out by February. We'll roll some episodes out, which will probably come out every Monday. You know, might be matrimony Mondays, where we drop a different marriage video. So working on some things there. Man, and life is lifing right now. Just busy with sports and everything else is going on. But try to keep the content out for you guys. Trying to keep those videos rolling. We still need to do a review of Married at First Sight for this week. I guess we may somehow turn this video into it whenever Jack comes back. And so we're going to work on videos, but y'all stay tuned to Jack Glenn, August Love Story to Lisa Ray. We got more content for each and every one of you guys coming out. Trying to do a show maybe later on. We talked about doing I don't know. I don't even get an idea away right now. Not in front of y'all, but we give it away in a little bit later. But got a show that we're going to work on together. So I appreciate you guys. Thanks for rocking with us tonight. I hope you guys have a great week. For those on the East Coast and snow, stay safe. And for all my Commander fans, love y'all. So appreciate y'all. Hey, it's been 34 years. It's been a long time coming, but change is gonna come. So appreciate y'all. Y'all have a great day. We out.
Peace.
Bye.